South Africa could be witnessing a major political shakeup. Julius Malema, leader of the Economic Freedom Fighters, may no longer qualify to serve as a member of parliament. But is this the end of his political career or just the beginning of a bigger battle? Before we continue, don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Your support really helps grow the channel.
I don't engage in criminal activities. I'm not a criminal. So I will never, that's why I speak freely. None of your politicians can speak the way I speak.
Now, here's what's happening. Julius Malema has been sentenced to 5 years of direct imprisonment for unlawful possession of a firearm. On top of that, he received 2 years for unlawful possession of ammunition. For 3 additional charges, including discharging a firearm in public, he was given 6 months imprisonment or a 20,000 rand fine for each count. But here's the key part. All these sentences will run concurrently, meaning Malema will effectively serve 5 years behind bars.
Maybe I should be clear. Okay. Sorry for that. All right. After careful consideration, and I can show you I have done so, free of any interference, this judgment or sentence is the sentence of this court and this court alone. In respect of count 1, you are sentenced to a period of 5 years imprisonment. In respect of count 2, you are sentenced to a period of 2 years imprisonment. In respect of count 3, you are sentenced to 20,000 rand or to undergo 6 months imprisonment. In respect of count 4, you are sentenced to 20,000 rand or to undergo 6 months imprisonment. In respect of count 5, you are sentenced to pay a fine of 20,000 rand or to undergo 6 months imprisonment. In terms of section 280, subsection 2 of Act 51 of 1977, the court orders that the sentence imposed in respect of counts 2, 3, 4, and 5 run concurrent with the sentence imposed in respect of count 1. You may be seated. Thank you.
This all goes back to July 2018 during EFF's 5th anniversary celebration in Mdantsane in the Eastern Cape, where Malema fired shots in the public build-up area. He was later found guilty of 5 counts under the Firearms Control Act.
Why didn't you just fire towards their direction as they are standing there?
It's none of your business. It's my business where I fire from. It's my event. I can even fire under the stage if you so wish. I decide how I'm going to perform it. It's none of your business. You have no business with how EFF conducts its business. Those things of cartridges and rifles and it's not part of my business. You are not going to find a gun in another man's house and come and ask me. Asking me about a gun you found in another man's house. I'm not going to answer that. No one is going to ask me questions about something that was never found on me, about something that was never demonstrated any form of evidence before this worship as evidence against me. I've told this court, and this court in its judgment of 174 said, you can't say it's a mere toy and I take it as a mere toy without any form of evidence of a mere toy. I thought the honors were on the state because they are the ones who are alleging to prove that this is the real gun that this guy used and demonstrate why. But I'm here. The court said you can't say it's a mere toy and I accept it. Your worship, you said you can't take a weight of a mere toy. I brought the real stuff. Not mere, not a rumor, real stuff.
Not the toy.
No, the real toy.
Now, this is where things get serious for his political future. According to legal aspects, in South Africa, you cannot remain a member of parliament if you are sentenced to more than 12 months in prison and the sentence does not include the option of a fine. Since Malema's main sentence is 5 years direct imprisonment, he no longer meets the requirements to stay in parliament. But this is not yet over. Malema's legal team is expected to appeal the ruling, and there's a strong chance that he could be released on bail while the appeal is being processed. And according to a legal aspect, Malema is not considered a flight risk, given that he has attended court consistently over the past 7 years. However, if the appeal fails, he will have to serve his sentence immediately.
The second reason why they say Mr. Malema should go to prison is because they say it was 2 firearms. But we don't understand. They say 2 firearms, 22 live rounds, and 20,000 people within a community. We don't understand why they say that. If your ladyship goes to our heads of argument, we start off by summarizing what the actual findings were, not what the state wishes the findings were, but what the court said the findings were. And the important ones is 1.2, unlawful possession of ammunition in contravention with Section 90 of the Firearms Control Act, to wit. Now those words, to wit, usually mean in that. In other words, their point is to constrain the factual basis of the finding, not to expand it. 8.223 Remington bullet. 1 bullet. Without holding a license, permit, dealer's license, manufacturer's license, gunsmith license, import or export, or in transit license or other authorization. 1.3 unlawful discharge. But that's the unlawful discharge of the 1 bullet that he was in possession of, referred to in the second conviction. So we have the same problem here, my lady, with the greatest of respect, that the findings are distorted. It's a narrative building. Yes, and my learned friend also points me to even the first finding is unlawful possession of a firearm, not the firearms, a firearm, 1 firearm. 1 bullet. So we've got a problem here that when you look at the second reason why they say Mr. Malema should go to prison, there is a disjuncture between what the state says and what the court found. You can't do this. You can't send somebody to prison for reasons that the judge did not find him guilty of. So this is the problem now with item 2 firearms, 22 live rounds before 20,000 people. So, in other words, the correct postulation is 1 bullet in a stadium of 20,000 people. 1. That's the correct postulation. And then ask yourself, in those circumstances, should I send this man to prison? And it's so absurd that they say, don't only send him to prison, send him to prison for 15 years. It's like a game that they're playing. It's a game to inflame the passions of the public.
This case could have massive implications, not just for Malema personally, but for the future of the economic freedom fighters and South African politics as a whole. Losing a key figure like Malema in parliament could shift power dynamics in a big way. I want to hear from you. What do you think? Is this justice finally being served? Or is this a politically charged case as Malema claims? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'm really interested to hear your perspective. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye.